Yeah. I think it's already going.
Yeah, it is now, yeah. Alright. I'm going to do this with sound. It's 4:22. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here I am at the Zoe Church, which is, of course, Starfinders, what's his name?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord's church. We're going to go ask them if they hate the gays. So please do join me as we try to figure out why the Christians hate the gays so much.
The third annual Pastafarian Spring Preach and Rebuke Tour.
That's cool. And drums and stuff. Hello there. Does anyone represent this church out here? Is there any representatives of this church out here at the moment? Hello there, sir. Do you work for Zoe Church? Do you work for Zoe Church? No? Are you selling things for Zoe Church? Do you work for Zoe Church? Hi, do you work for Zoe Church? Do you work for this church? Are you not understanding? Help you with? Yeah, you can answer my question. Do you work for this church?
If you'd like to come into service,
I don't think you've answered a single question. Does anybody work for this church? Do you go to this church?
No, yeah, we go.
Cool. Have you been following the controversy that's been going on since Juno referenced this church? Have you been following that at all?
I'm sorry, I don't know who Juno is.
Her name is.
Is there any way that we can do an interview or something with you when it's not right in the middle of our service? We're just starting.
You just starting your service?
Yeah, the service, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Do you have a card or somewhere where somebody can reach out to you?
Oh man, I handed them all out. Yeah. I did, but I gave them all out yesterday. I just want a couple answers. Are you able to give me answers? I haven't gotten any yet.
Yeah, let me give.
I mean, if you want to, I'll go talk to other people. I'm going to have to come back down here. I mean, I am going to be here for the next hour and a half.
Somebody that works for the church.
Does nobody out here work for the church? You
No,
look like
we're volunteer. I don't.
What's the difference between a volunteer and somebody who works for the church?
We're just all here to volunteer. You know, volunteer.
Right.
Like,
Does the preacher volunteer? Does the preacher volunteer as well?
I'm not going to give an interview, but I'll give you a good contact. You can ask all your questions. I wouldn't know.
Well, the question is really easy, and it's just very surprising that you guys are loath to answer any questions at all. I'm very surprised about that, about an evangelical religion. Because Ellen Page, have you been following the Ellen Page incident at all? Have you been paying attention?
I'm not even sure I know what Ellen Page is.
Well, she went on Stephen Colbert the other month and said that Chris Pratt goes to a church that is not supporting our LGBT friends. Did you not hear that?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I actually haven't heard of that.
Okay. And so what happened is she wasn't talking about Zoe Church. She was talking about Hillsong, and you guys aren't Hillsong, right? Sorry, my apologies. That's all right. Do you go to this church? Does anyone go to this church? I've just got a couple questions. Have you been following the Ellen Page idea? Anybody? Sir, you have a tag on your neck there that says Zoe. Do you work for this church? Do you mind if I ask a question? You guys are about as forthcoming as a Scientologist. I'm very surprised about that. I just have a couple questions I'd like answered by a member of the church, the Zoe Church. Are there no members of Zoe Church here? Are you a member of Zoe Church? Have you been following this Ellen Page idea? What? Ellen Page idea? Have you been following this at all? It seems like everybody here is ambivalent to it, which is very surprising to me. I'm just asking the question that it hasn't been answered yet. People are asking the question, does Chris Pratt's church hate the LGBT community, or do they support them? And I'm not been able to get an answer yet today. Is there any... What do you think? I think you do. Do you hate gays? You think I do? Yeah. Do you? What do you think? I really, because I already said what I think with the camera, and that's why I brought the camera here, is so that I can get other people what they think. And all I'm getting from the people here are, they just don't want to tell me. I'm not really sure why that... What do you appreciate? I think you're lying to me, friend. I don't think you appreciate what I've done today. Do you go to this church? Okay. Excuse me, do you go to this church? Can I ask you a couple questions? May I ask you questions? Are you not, is it offending you to be asking questions? Does anybody at all want to answer a question? My friend, do you go to this church? Hey there, buddy. Excuse me, sir. Do you go to this church? Absolutely. Have you been following the Ellen Page idea that's been going on, where Ellen Page said that this church does not support the LGBT community? Have you been paying attention to that at all? I'm familiar with those lies. Cool. I was just going to set the record straight. Cool. I understand. I really would like to talk about that if anybody is willing to share their beliefs with me. I went to the Scientologists yesterday and spoke with them as well. Excuse me. Do you work here? Yes?
This doesn't solve anything. It really doesn't.
I'm not answering questions. It doesn't solve anything. I'm just asking a question and nobody's answered it yet.
Is it gonna, sir? Please don't. I don't understand why.
Is that?
Solve anything.
Are you seriously? You don't understand what I'm saying? Right. Do you really not understand what I'm doing here? Have you been following the Ellen Page incident at all?
Yes, but
so you can see why I'm here. Then why don't you understand why I'm here? Here's my question.
I'm not going to engage in a conversation that isn't going to solve anything.
It will solve something. We'll get on the record whether or not Chris Pratt's church supports the LGBT community. Because that's the whole point, is that it's all confused because people are talking about Hillsong Church when they mean Zoe Church, and it's very confusing to me. Are you going to be staying out here, friend, or are you going into the service? I really don't understand why you guys won't talk to me about this. All the Scientologists would talk to me about their beliefs, so I really don't get it. Do you work here, friend? Is there no one who can answer questions at all? Is that really, you guys are so guarded in your beliefs that you don't want to talk about it? Hello there, can I talk to you really quick? What's up, man? Do you go to this church? Yeah. Cool. Have you been following the Ellen Page idea at all? Well, someone has said that this church doesn't support the LGBT community, and I've checked the internet to see what is taught here, and I can't really find anything to support that idea. Do you think that this church supports the LGBT community?
I think they support everyone.
Okay. That's the biggest answer I've gotten today. He didn't seem afraid to answer. I wonder why you're teaching him to be afraid. It's funny that he answered before you told him not to. It seemed that you're teaching people to be afraid of sharing their beliefs. I'm not really sure why that would be the case. So you work here, you're selling these things? How much are these sweatshirts sold for? Do you sell these sweatshirts here on the board? Will you answer a question? Is there no one who will answer a question? Is really, you guys don't get interviewed at all? Is that right? For being in the middle of Hollywood and for being so public, I'm very surprised at how tight-lipped you are. Do you put this sign up every week, or is this how the marquee says all the time? Is this how the marquee is set up? Are there other shows in this theater? I'm from Denver. I don't really know this area. I just really would like to set the record straight. Hello there. Do you mind answering a question or two? Can I go in? May I attend the service?
No, sir.
Why not?
Because you're already not doing what we've asked you to do.
What have you asked me to do?
I've asked you to stop badgering or asking our people as they come in at the front doors.
When was the first time you said badgering?
Just now.
Just now. So you've never asked me to stop badgering?
I did. Maybe he can set you straight, because I asked him, can you not?
Let's set the whole record straight.
No,
I can't come in, is what you're saying?
No.
Why not?
No. Because you've already shown us you don't.
So I'm disobedient? I do want to be here. That's why I drove here. Look, I got ready, I got dressed. This is why I'm here. I do want to be here. I would like to talk to anyone who can talk to me, which apparently you're saying is nobody.
Nobody.
Why is nobody willing to talk to me? Why is it like that? See, the only thing I can understand is that because the accusations are true and nobody wants to talk about them. You know, that's the image you're giving off, right? Hello there, can I talk to you for a minute? Do you mind if I ask you a question or two? So, do you hate the gays or do you just hate homosexuality? I'm not really sure how that works. Can you explain to me how you can hate the sin and not the